load and change. Magical 150 broken.
Who better to take us through the race than Lance himself?
Yeah, look, I worked it out. I gave him 2 run-ups in the warm-up, and I thought tonight I'm just going to launch him out the gate. I used to have really good gate speed. It's going to be there somewhere. Luke had a crack. We run down the back. I looked at the clock, got to the half, and I thought, we've gone to the half in such good time. This is going to be a record. We're going to go. Nothing will outstay me. I don't care. Nothing will run past me in the straight.
And you knew when you had Luke beaten that, with all respect to the rest of the rivals, none of them were good enough to catch you, were they?
Yeah, look, Luke's a great driver, and when he starts looking to get in behind you halfway down the back or 3/4 of the way down the back, you know that he's doing it for a reason, to give himself a breather, and he must be struggling a bit. So that's when I said, well, we're off. We're going to go for home. And look, that horse, he's just awesome. Well, I'd love to take him to the States because I reckon he'd give them Yanks a bit of licking.
You might have to think about that.
Yeah, you know, I've got some pretty wealthy and some influential owners there that own him that would, you know, like, that'd be chicken feed to them just going to the States. So, yeah, look, you know, who knows?
Do you think your grandfather would agree with those sentiments?
I don't think there'll be any American trip from what I'm being told. They're very keen to stay close to shore, close here in Australia, and just be winning all the feature races they can. Just on Mr. Feelgood and Smoking Up, he looked to be the horse that was going to be the one to beat on Saturday night, Mr. Feelgood, and Lance smoked him out of the gate. But Mr. Feelgood and Smoking Up have raced 13 times. Unbelievably, head-to-head, Smoking Up has won that battle 11-2.
Really? I didn't know that. 11-2.
So he just has it head and shoulders over, you know, probably the second, third, fourth best horse in Australia at the moment. Of course, the On the Mighty Quinn wasn't there on Saturday night, but still an amazing performance. And Adam, how do you think he would go in the States if there was an offer there for him to go? Do you think he'd be competitive on times? It says he has to be.
Look, I've been there heaps of times to the States. There hasn't been a more suitable horse in Australia in many, many years to go to America than Smoking Up. It may not be on their agenda, but I'll tell you what, they should think about it, because if he went and he got the right sort of offer to go across, then he could give that world record a nudge on a mile track in a speed sulky. Surely that's worth 2 seconds.
Look at the clock, man. That's the thing we just don't see. I want to take that home and frame it. That's awesome. He's Australia's fastest horse, and I'm Australia's fastest driver. So I think it'll stand for a while.